When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. And look who's aboard!
Woo!
Yes, he's back, baby!
I'm back with a vengeance, baby. Hip shaking, money making, tower, power, man of the hour, 24/7, the one your mother warned you about. Doug Fresh in the house!
Our neighbors are going to be complaining.
Fuck them!
Oh, come on. Can't do that.
You can't?
No, well, I guess you could.
Well, there's a salon next door.
There's a whole lot of them next
There's
door.
a whole bunch of stuff going on. What's going on, brother?
Oh, good stuff.
Yes.
Dougie, yes, good stuff.
Been too long.
Yeah, well.
I feel like a booty call these days. Just, how's it going? You're like, yeah, I'll give you a call when I want you. Just.
Well, I'm
come over and make you feel good. I leave for another month.
Yeah, that's the way I like it, Doug. I mean, that's basically you.
I feel so used, but I keep coming back.
You summed it up, but I mean, you know, just like most women in my life. I mean, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Our schedules are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It stalls a lot of things in my life, my schedule now, but it's been great. I've been going through a bunch of stuff. I've got basketball things with my son.
That's good.
Got the
sport.
Mental health stuff that I'm doing. So it's all been pretty good. Got 100 average so far, bud.
Yeah?
Yep.
How many classes have you
Four.
taken so far?
There's four classes with big paper. I mean, this is intense shit, dude. This is intense.
For mental stuff?
Yeah, it's licensed mental health counseling. So when I'm done, I take the license. I can see people. I can diagnose.
Oh, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're getting your master's.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's intense.
This is going to turn into Frasier in Seattle.
That's what they were joking about.
Yeah.
And I'm actually looking right now at a building to buy to build out and put a bunch of studios in, and we'll see if that happens. I'm talking to some people.
Got so much on your plate.
Great stuff, though. You know what I mean? It's great stuff. Like moving forward with all this to an actual facility that's freestanding, that's ours, that I can do a bunch of different things in, I think is kind of cool.
Yeah. Is it going to be in Fairport or whereabouts?
Yeah. I want to stay in Fairport.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, and I want to stay closer to the canal. Yes, this is home.
Yes, it's with a stumbling difference from McConnell's.
You got it, buddy. How'd you know?
I know you.
Oh, my God. I love that place. I don't drink as much anymore.
Neither do I.
I really don't. I fool. I put something in the glass, but it's not alcohol.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm out, I'm
Right.
usually I will drink. I'm not saying I don't drink.
Right.
People are like, "Oh, fuck you, man! I saw you like a month ago." Yeah. All right, Doug. I need to know about what's happening with Doug. I believe there's been a 15 years of fundraising for breast cancer. Am I right on the years?
You are right.
Yes,
on that.
and I think the way I was seeing it, I heard you got a commendation.
A proclamation.
A proclamation.
Yes.
And I am just going, I was thinking about this and I go, my God, I don't think I know any man who has spent 15 years thinking about breasts and people refer to him as a hero.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But you're right.
Right? I mean, that's it. You're like a sommelier of boobs right now. You could see a woman walk by 34C, underwire, hints of confidence. You know what I mean?
Well, between the jobs I've had and the fundraising,
Yes,
I've worked with a lot of breasts.
A lot of breasts.
Yeah.
But I heard that there was the proclamation. What is a proclamation?
So, you want me to talk about the event first?
What's the event?
The bowling. I know I just talked to you about it off air.
Yeah.
But 15 years at Bowler Roll.
Right.
Well, not all Bowler, but it was a 15-year. And first time in 15 years I've had all full lanes, 32 lanes. There was teams of 6. And some had a few extra the first time. So, because honestly, if I didn't have that, I wasn't going to do bowling anymore. Last year, 5 teams didn't show up.
Wow.
And
Yeah, that sucks.
And
that
it was
sucks.
right after my mom's death. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? If this happens again next year, I'm going to be done. Just stick to golf. But no, there was actually more people there, and we broke some records. We do a playing card raffle, $20 a card. We went through 6 decks.
Damn.
35 prizes,
Wow.
grand prizes. And then we went out all night. You were saying you don't drink anymore. I was drinking that day.
Well,
Now,
I mean, I'm not saying I don't
it's
drink
not
anymore.
the World Series every week, but that day was,
Yeah.
I even surprised myself
How much you drank?
how much I drank. Yeah.
Oh, wait a
It's good to know you can still swing the bat and hit a home run.
Hang on. You're exactly in your mid-50s.
Yes.
You've been drinking since what age? What was the age you first got drunk?
Oh,
Do you know?
20, 21 in college.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I didn't go to parties when I was in high school.
Why?
I was invited.
Oh.
You know, I kind of got into the jock club later, and
Yeah.
I think there was 1 or 2 parties I went to. And
Jesus Christ.
drunk,
I
yeah.
threw all the parties.
Right.
in college,
You
in
had
high
the
school.
party.
I
Now
was-
I throw the parties
I
for
was-
breast.
Yes, that's right. I was 14 when I first got drunk.
Really?
I remember standing in my kitchen with my friend, and God, Michael Murray passed away, DWI accident, 1993, summer 1993. We stood, he was a little bit younger than me. He might have been 12.
12 getting drunk.
We stood, it took like 2 beers.
Right.
Right. I mean, and we stood in our kitchen and we're slapping each other across the face because we couldn't feel our faces. I remember this distinctly. So anyway.
And you're go.
And what? Go
and
ahead.
You're going to open up a mental health.
Well, you know what? I know where you've been.
Mrs. Williamson,
I know.
come here. All you need is this right across the. Okay, hold on to those. Take your dentures out. I don't want to.
I don't know that I'm going to open up anything. I don't know. I would like to tie it into this. At this point in my life, and you and I will probably talk about this in this podcast a little bit, but sort of reinventing yourself, right?
Yes.
Yes. I feel like I have a lot. I'm fine in a lot of ways that I don't need to worry about certain situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about how am I going to get food on my table. And that's not a worry for me. It's nice. It's wonderful. That's a really, really wonderful thing. But I worked hard to get there.
Yeah.
So this stuff, I can take the time to massage into the way I want it. And it's taken me 2 years to get to that point.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of nice. But anyway, I want to know about this. So the proclamation.
Yes. So
this is the thing I want to see, because somebody told me that there's a video, and I have been neglect. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I'll keep talking. I'll tell you in a minute.
I have neglected to look at this,
Yes.
and it has been on my list. Check out Doug's video.
Well, we're not going to watch it today because I have not watched it.
Okay, but I heard that there was a breakdown.
Not a breakdown.
A
but
fucking breakdown. I heard there was sobbing, like your voice.
sobbing.
Your voice went
this
away.
Is what people talked about.
Your voice went away.
Unbelievable.
And then you're coming over and you're showing props from the different years. Like you turned into
props.
Carrot.
What is props?
You turned into Carrot Top, showing different stuff. From
Oh my gosh, who is this? Is this Hillman? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, I'm fucking with you.
So before
Tell me about this.
So before the breast cancer bowling, Chris Thompson called me, and she goes, "Just so you know, we're awarding you, we're giving you a proclamation." And I said, "That's great. What is it?" And she goes, "Well, you're going to be honored. Josh Jensen from Assemblyman John Jensen from Greece is coming in.
He just wants your vote on Tuesday.
That's all it is. From the local 135.
Okay.
Is going to give you a proclamation for all your years of dedication and fundraising." So I go, "Oh, that's very nice."
How did it feel when you got that phone call? Tell me what.
Well, I had to go to Google and see what proclamation was. That's
Okay.
a big word.
Yeah, sure.
So, and my mind was already on the bowling event. So, but it seemed very nice, very honored. You know, that they're taking their time to distinguish me as being one of their longtime volunteers.
Yeah.
So we get through the bowling, and then the week after was at the coalition. So obviously I haven't done this alone. As the events got larger, helpers, crew, you know, I have my regulars now. So I just went through all my photo folders, picture folders through the years, and printed them out of Walgreens. And I got some foam board, and so I made 6 over 15 years. So those are your props? Those are my props.
You brought them all?
Yeah, because
you came in with props?
The crew was there.
That's
was
nice.
It was
so
able,
you were trying to do it.
My parents.
You were trying to honor not just
everybody,
you, your friends who have helped you over the way.
Yes.
I got to think, Doug.
And also, I'll say this: people we lost, because one of the ladies was Dina Markosha. So when Assembly Man was asking me, what made you do this? I go, well, I just got into it. I was at a fundraiser. I'm like, wow, this is great. 500 people. I can do something like that. And then the first year, I think we had 66 people. And then next year, in year 4, we had people, lady came up to me. I'll never forget it. She just started crying, saying, my daughter was just diagnosed and you're helping her. I think that's when I got a little weepy. And then I'm like, yeah, and the people we lost, Dina Markosha, I met her in my 4th year. Her 5th year, her cancer came back, and her 6th year, I was at her funeral.
Yeah.
So what a
beautiful
woman.
I will ask you this. I'm thinking your laundry basket has to have more pink in it than most 14-year-old girls named Madison. That's what I'm thinking. Because you got, right? I'm just saying, that's the question that popped in my head. I go, I want to see his laundry basket. Now that he's done this for 15 years, and everything's pink with the Susan B. Komen, right?
So I have a couple pink shirts. That's it.
No?
Or black with a pink. If I wear pink, my nipples stick out, and I just can't have that.
Really?
Yes.
Pink turns you on like that.
They're always hard.
Wow, but
So
pink.
you got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, God.
I'm the Johnny Cash of breast cancer. How we doing?
Always wearing black?
I'm raising money for the Tatas.
But let me ask you a very serious kind of question, because I know that I like to stay on the lighter side of things, but that's all right. What's the moment or the story or the turning point that made you decide this wasn't just a cause to support, but something to really dedicate a tremendous amount of time to?
That year 4.
Connors and Ferris handles workers' comp, Social Security disability, and personal injury cases. Listen, I get it. Workers' comp claims can be a real pain. But Connors and Ferris are here to fight for you and get you the compensation you deserve. Whether you threw out your back on the job, slipped when you should have gripped, or your boss thinks overtime means free labor. Spoiler, it doesn't. They've got your back at Connors and Ferris. With offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo, they're the go-to team for getting the compensation you deserve. No gimmicks, no nonsense, just real results. Call Connors and Ferris, 262-COMP. That's 262-COMP for Connors and Ferris. Hey, if you're looking for a place that's more than just a market, it's a game changer, you've got to check out Palmer's Direct-to-You Market, right on 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta, and of course online at palmersdirecttoyou.com. And here's what I love. You can hop on their website, not only see the weekly specials, but under the Learn tab, they've got tons of recipes, tips, and how-to guides. And with football season here, their game day recipe roundup, loaded with fun ideas. Chicken wings, dips, crowd pleasers. You're going to be the MVP of any watch party by going to palmersdirecttoyou.com and clicking on the Learn tab. And the experts at Palmer's, they're incredible. I actually learned how to air fry bacon from them. Pro tip, you lay a piece of bread at the bottom to soak up the grease. Brilliant, right? That's a Palmer's tip. They've also got guides for busy back-to-school nights and how to properly freeze and thaw beef or easy meal preps so dinner doesn't feel like a scramble. And it's not just recipes. The market itself is unbelievable. Certified Angus beef, burgers, plump chicken, fresh fish, and one of my personal favorites, the Jamaican Me Crazy coffee. Oh, it's so good. So whether you shop in person at 900 Jefferson Road or online at palmersdirecttoyou.com, you're not just buying groceries, you're getting expert advice, fresh food, and a little inspiration to make mealtime better. That's Palmer's Direct-to-You Market. The World Series, first of all, Ernie Clement, who is from Brighton and has been bounced around a little bit. He was with the White Sox, now with the Blue Jays, is unfucking believable. This kid is, it's such a fun thing to watch him. Last night, he hits a beautiful double, 2 outs, gets on base. Unfortunately, the guy after him strikes out. But, I mean, it's been fun to watch this kid. And
the series itself, I usually don't watch
he's been great.
all the games, but I have been watching.
So I wasn't going to watch it all. And I'm like, you know what? There's no sports. I just like having sports on sometimes when I'm editing podcast or if I'm cleaning something and,
Well, there's basketball on every night.
Yeah, there is. I could go to NBC, but I thought, let me check this out because it's the World Series.
Or hockey.
And I used to love baseball, Doug. I had the sticker albums as a kid. I collected baseball cards. And then I just sort of fell off once I turned about 14 years old. There was something else on my mind, buddy. It was something else. I go, Poo-tang. It really wasn't, but So
You went from baseball cards to Playboys. Hey,
Well-
Dad, your subscription's up.
to be quite honest with you, I had a Playboy. I told you when I was in third grade, a kid in second grade stole his dad's Playboy, brought it on the bus, and I think I had a boner for the entire day. And he gave me the centerfold, and I remember, and she was there spread like out, and she had a big bush, and I think I physically humped that picture every day from 1985 to probably about 1987. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Because it was probably 81 to 83. But either way, I was really young, and a lot of that has to do with just have a fucked up background. That's all you need.
Right.
So yeah, I did. But I didn't. I played baseball as a kid. I loved it, and then it just sort of went away. And I always wondered, why did I stop? And I'm not really sure why I stopped doing it. But watching this has been great. I mean, god damn, the game that I couldn't stay. That's what brought me in. I turn on the news the next day, and they're going on about the game that went till 3:00 in the morning,
Yes,
East Coast time.
2:50.
Yeah, right. Okay,
I did not stay up for that game.
but East Coast time. I didn't even turn it on.
Yeah, it was like 6.5 hours.
And they're going, one of the most amazing games, and I go, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess if you're there, it's nail biting and all that.
Right.
But then I'm like, I should check this out. And then I'm like, holy shit, look at the Blue Jays. I mean, you got an unbelievable team with unbelievable talent in LA. They bought it. I get it. It's fine. We all bitch about it. I think it's great for baseball. Make them the enemy, right? You got an enemy.
Yeah.
And then, Toronto, it's Canada. But we got a guy from here, from where we are, right?
It's Canada, but it's mainly all American.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is all Americans.
Right.
And I'm watching this last night, and I go, God, and I was hoping. They seemed to have little moments, the Jays, that they were going to come back. And
that pitcher is really, really good.
well, here's the bad part. Guy smacks one, right? It gets past the outfielder and
Get stuck in the wall.
gets stuck in the
Yeah, I
fucking
saw that.
wall.
Ground
God,
rule
it's
double.
Like
Yeah.
the guys throw up their hands.
Yeah.
I go, how in the fuck does that happen? That ball is moving at what? 110 miles an hour minimum off the
It
bat?
must hit it just right to sneak under there.
Can
with the,
you fucking
with the
believe?
right spin, by the way.
It just stuck. It just
Yeah.
stopped. Like the guy's gonna play it off the wall, and I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
If he would have picked that up, then all bets are off. That's
right,
why
but he knew
stopped.
not to.
Right. It
It's
was
a
good
ground rule
stop,
double.
Yes.
But I'm like, shit. You almost wish it just went up a little bit. It's like, how in the fuck did that happen?
And that's why everybody was waiting for that 6.5 hour. They're waiting for that play, that magic, that high, that home run.
Yeah, sure.
Or you get hit by a pitch, and then you steal second. Now
Yeah.
there's a guy in running position, and you're waiting for the next two batters just to hit him.
You watched a guy get hit last night.
Yes.
Yeah, with a Blue Jay player.
Yeah, Kirk.
Big fat guy.
You can't miss him.
No.
Love him. My favorite player.
Is he? There was another Kirk I thought years ago. I knew there was Kirby Puckett. But there was
who
a
passed
Kirk.
away.
Yeah, he did. I
I don't remember Kirk. There's Mookie Betts, who's been around for a while. There's Shotani, and
Shotani's amazing.
yes,
I mean, that guy's just
he's in the
amazing.
same sentence with Babe Ruth because
The
in
pitching.
the play, he hit 3 home runs in a game and pitched.
It's not fucking
And they
real.
go, you know, the last guy who did that, and the guy's like, no, it's Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
But to say that
Did you see in the 6th inning?
last night.
Yep. Guy jumps on the field, runs with an American flag.
No, I knew somebody jumped on the field. I don't know why. But what else? Was he naked?
No, just running with the American flag.
Was he wearing pink?
He was not, unfortunately. Well, you should have sent him a shirt. Bud.
I did
got a
not
lot.
see who it was.
Yeah, no, it was somebody, and it just reminded me, like, I am maybe the only one that kind of loves when that happens.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because I go, the balls to do that, number one, you're going to get smeared across the field. I mean, you're eating some of that fucking turf, man. And you're
going to jail.
And you're right. You're probably going to jail. But do you remember back in the day, Morgana, the kissing bandit?
Yes, huge double Ds.
Huge.
Triple
And she would
Ds.
just come running out, and it almost became a bit for baseball in a way. Like,
and other sports. I think it was.
did she do basketball?
Yeah.
Because I remember her running out. I thought she kissed George Brett. I don't remember, but she would run out on the field and kiss guys, and it was like no one came and tackled her.
Yeah, nobody's going to do that. Right.
And I always wondered, how did that begin? That's the thing that I'm most curious about. Like this kid last night, something you planned to do before you went to the game, clearly because you brought a flag, right? But then how about the guy that runs naked? There was a guy that ran naked in the Bills game, right? And then you find out later they got drunk, and one of his buddies goes, "I dare you."
That's all it takes.
And that's all it takes for some guys. I'm telling you, like, take me back 30 years and go, "I dare you." And I probably would.
Your pants and shirt are coming
I think so. At 24 years old, I think I would have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's at a track meet. No. Took the cops a half an hour. By then, you're like, okay, I'm ready to go.
But then and in a way, I go, if you're really a fan of one team, if you time it right, it may be the spark that gets your team.
Well, when that pitcher
you know what I mean?
was walking around,
yeah,
I thought, well, that might have thrown off his.
That's what I'm saying. His rhythm,
timing,
right?
yes.
Sure, because you're in a zone, right? You got to get in that zone for that.
There was another guy in the 70s, early 80s, I think, that he would pose as baseball players, and he got into an all-star game. He had a uniform and everything. I don't know if he got announced, but he got out there in the outfield, and the other two guys are, hey, you know what's going on? He goes, I'm so and so, and I don't know if there's a documentary on it, but you can look it up.
Wait, the guy just walked out and just.
Yeah, he got the uniform. And
where did he get the uniform from?
Well, he didn't buy it online. He got it from some
Well,
store, or he had
clearly.
it made.
Okay.
But he would try to get on people's teams and just sit in the dugout with them. And there's so much going on. You know, you have a left-handed pitcher. You might see him once a year.
Yeah, sure.
know?
Oh, that's fucking fantastic. Well, tell me more about this.
I'd have to.
Is
look
there
it
a
up.
documentary?
I don't know about that. I'll look it up at the break.
That is fantastic. What a ballsy thing to do.
What a ballsy thing, yes.
But see, the problem is now you just don't know somebody's motives, right? And we're very heightened, and we live in a world post 9/11 that security has been tightened at everything, and rightfully so. Mac of all trades. Leaky faucet. Wall that mysteriously has a hole in it. Kitchen looking like it's stuck in the 90s. Mac of all trades is here to save the day. No capes, just expert repairs, remodeling, and handyman services that get the job done right. Call them today at 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. Or visit them online at macofalltrades.net, because every home needs a hero. Mac of all trades. Hey, if you've been thinking about checking out recreational cannabis in Monroe County, stop thinking and start visiting my buds over at MJ Dispensary. They were the first recreational cannabis destination in the county. That's right, the OG spot. And trust me, they know their stuff. I was at their summer event, and I was blown away by how educated and on top of it their bud tenders are. I mean, these aren't just people handing you a bag. They're like the Google of cannabis, but way friendlier and without the pop-up ads. Whether you're looking for edibles, vapes, concentrates, pre-rolls, or just something that helps you relax, sleep, or deal with pain, MJ Dispensary has it all. And the best part, they'll guide you so you don't leave looking like you just picked random snacks at 3 a.m. Now, maybe you're in it for the fun side, maybe you're in it for the wellness side. It doesn't matter. They've got you covered. And here's a bonus. Delivery. That's right. From Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and even on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., they'll bring the goods right to your door, and no judgment if you're in their pajamas. Oh. So, do yourself a favor. Head over to MJ Dispensary, 900 Jefferson Road, Suite 902 in Henrietta, or check them out online at mjdispensary585.com. Doug is a very unique individual. He's had he was a strip club DJ for many years. Even took that out to the West Coast in one of the biggest cities in our country, Los Angeles. And you're also a bartender.
Yeah.
And you're also an Uber driver. So you've had kind of a front row seat to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot,
like
yeah.
You, just in terms of people and humanity and all that kind of stuff. You've had a front row seat to life. And
depending on the bar, you get different stories. It's
sure.
Like I'm working at Forest Hills now on Friday nights if you want to come see me. It's great food, but well-dressed, married couples.
Right.
You know, they're coming out for their weekly dinner.
Right.
But I've worked at bars on Alexander Street. It's a daily refresher now. It used to be the Blue Room.
Oh, yeah.
And that bar was, we're going to start here or we're going to end here. So you see people come in, you know, a couple beers, a couple shots, then they're going to make the circle.
Yeah. And then they come back.
On the
stagger.
Then we're playing darts 2:30 in the morning.
Nice.
For shots or clothing, something like that.
Shots are okay.
Yeah,
I can see.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to think you have witnessed a lot of you can't make this up moments with people. Can you think of one that
Right
like that
top.
just that sticks out from any point where you're like you can't make it up? Oh, look, you wrote a movie, right? You did a whole script. You produced the movie. Is there anything that you go, shit, this would be great in a story? You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to have a.
Okay.
I don't want any dead air. I'll try to think about it.
You can have dead air.
Well, I don't want to be thinking about it.
No, I understand. I understand. Because I'm thinking the job, I think that most people would say to you, the job that gave you the craziest stories is probably the strip club DJ. But that may not necessarily be true because
I worked as a mason one summer, and one of the guys, the beginning of the summer, was told, this is so-and-so, and he's having a kid with his girlfriend. And by the end of the summer, she had told him that it's not your kid.
Oh!
Yeah. I remember that. Oh! And I think I was 19, 20.
Yeah. How old was this guy?
He was 25, 26.
Okay.
I was the youngest guy in the crew. It was just
a grunt. How did... I
don't even remember.
Do you remember
he was
his
devastated.
reaction? Sure he would be.
The owners, he just found out he's not the father, and he's still got to work.
Yeah,
sure. And then sometimes you just, okay, what's the matter? You're not acting the same. What's going on? You got to get it out of them.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking up your work.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
well, our head can do that.
Out, yeah.
I mean, you probably even see that with yourself. There are days, something's heavy on your mind, and
yes, absolutely.
And all of a sudden you go, "Fuck! I just fucked up this drink."
Right.
You know what I mean, or whatever. I mean, I think that's a very human part of stuff. But boy, that's a fucking wild one.
Yeah.
How do you come back from that?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. You saved a lot of money, pal.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not your kid.
Right.
So that's fantastic. And find somebody, loyalty is a big thing, right? Loyalty is a big thing.
I'm trying to think what else.
Because, I mean, I don't know. There's got to also be things where you've seen that restored your faith in humanity. I know you drive through some pretty dark, I'll call them, I don't want to say that word. And I wasn't meaning it the way it would come out, but
exactly.
I don't know.
Just some dark story neighborhoods.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say some dark areas, and I'm like, well, people will take that the wrong way. But you go through some areas that most of us would stay away from.
Well, you think they're really, really bad. And I ask people, how's this neighborhood, and what's going on around here. And some of the neighborhoods they're rebuilding, knocking down the old houses and building apartment buildings.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice to see, and I have seen it, and you feel good about the neighborhood coming up. And then there was one, I think, on Clinton or Hudson, and it wasn't even a year old, and dropped off a mother and daughter. I remember this distinctly. And I go, hey, how did the apartments come out? Are they beautiful? And they go, we're looking to move. I'm like, what? It's brand new. Yeah, but people on drugs, they let them in. They just sleep in the hallway. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, you call the cops, or, they kick them out, and then they...
What are the cops going to do?
They kick them out, and then they come back in to get warm or sell their drugs. Yeah. And so, what the fuck is wrong with people? Drugs is so bad. I mean, it's
sad. It really because there's... I always say, and I know that it's kind of a hot point for some people, right? That it's an addiction is a disease. And I'll go, is it the disease or is there something else? Like, is it the medicine that's covering up some really painful fucking shit that you can't live with? And then it gets so bad you can't stop.
I don't like disease because it's not like catching cold. I would say definitely addiction.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an ugly, ugly thing.
Yeah.
I've known...
But if you don't know heroin and crack is bad before you start it, come on.
I know, but...
I've never heard of this. I'm going to take a needle and put it in my arm, and I'm going to feel great?
But if you're...
Sure, why not?
If you're in an altered state, and then all of a sudden you get that high from heroin, and it is supposedly the greatest, most euphoric thing, and the problem is you're chasing that forever.
Right, you're never going to get your first hit back.
Right, yeah. and then
you stop, you get clean, and then you go back to the dosage you were used to, and that's why people OD.
Right. Yes. And the other I've known people who.
And now, I'm sorry, they're coming out with a drug, and I don't know where they're producing this drug, but the Narcan will not work.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't know that. A version of heroin or a version of something? Yeah. I don't know. It's sad because, look, man, we think it's poor, down on your luck people. It ain't.
Yeah.
It is all walks of life.
It's $1 billion corporation.
It's all walks of life.
Yeah.
It's the lawyer that, it's
a lawyer, it's a teacher,
that just went down a bad path.
You hope it's not the policeman or the fireman.
No shit.
Trying
right. Hopefully they're seeing it firsthand to go, fuck this.
Right, exactly.
But it's such an ugly thing, and it does grip you. You've seen people.
I just don't know where you're getting the needles. You're sitting there, you're lighting a spoon.
Yeah.
To mix it up. I mean, at some point, you're like, this isn't good.
It depends on how down the road you are, man. I mean, there were guys I had heard of that never stopped. They would do what's referred to as chipping. There's rumors that Keith Richards, for example, I don't know that this is true or not, but would chip because it would be just enough heroin to get you back to right the ship and just keep you steady. And it becomes like you're dependent now, right? It's more than an addiction. Yeah. You need it to live.
Or a bump, which is cocaine.
Yeah. And I think...
you have like a chapstick.
Yeah.
And a little grinder.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you something right now.
What?
I started...
cocaine?
No.
Oh.
Adderall.
But
now I had been diagnosed in the early 2000s as adult attention deficit disorder. I wish I found this years ago. I get so much done and so much accomplished. I've done more in the last month, and the amount of work. I'm just saying, like,
it focus you.
Yeah, it focuses you. It gives. It's a stimulant, right? So I had to find my balance. I had to do this, but I would say this is the closest thing to legal cocaine you're going to get.
Yeah,
really. And I'm taking a really low dose. But I I reached out to a friend. I was talking to my lady friend, and she had mentioned that she got Adderall from somebody, and I'm getting pictures of all the shit she did that day. Like, organizing sock drawers and getting shit done. And, at 5 o'clock, I'm getting I haven't put on a bra and I haven't brushed my teeth, but I've done all this shit. And I'm like, you know what? What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Because
you
forget about the sock drawer sometimes. And,
well,
months go by.
But you got 3 kids. You got 3 kids. You know what I mean? She's got 3 kids and twins and all this stuff. So to me, I was like, and I've been talking to my sister, who is a doctor in linguistics and stuff, and has said that she's got, like, her entire family is on some kind of ADD medication because it's been that beneficial. And these are high achievers too, this family. Oh. So dad's a high-powered lawyer and mom's a doctor in linguistics, and then the kids they're getting tutored in areas of weakness for academics. Weakness may be an 85.
And taking that Adderall.
Well, I don't know what they're on. There's different things, right? So I write a friend and go, "Hey man, do you know anybody I can get Adderall from?" And he writes back,
"You know who doesn't do Adderall? China."
Well, I'm not sure.
Did you see that parade of nuclear weapons and everything with 1 billion people?
I'm not sure.
They're like, Mr. Trump.
I am not sure.
You know focus?
I don't.
You're gonna get focused real fucking quick.
Well, that's true, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
So this my buddy goes, be an adult and do cocaine. I can get that easier.
He told that to you?
Yeah, well, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh.
But so I did. I went to my doctor then, and I got myself balanced out. And I'm telling you, man, to me, I wish I was on I'm almost mad in a way because I go, God, what could I have done?
Did you snort it?
No. I don't snort it.
Okay.
I actually take very low dose.
Because we went to a concert once and one of the
people
girls.
snort it.
Yeah. She cracked up. She had shit all over. I go, you doing cocaine? She
No.
goes, no, I'm doing Adderall. Yeah. I'm like, that's for a 4th grader. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
That's really good.
Right, but it is great.
We went to the concert. She laughed. We went back to the limo. was the only limo with no lights on. I think she was blowing the driver in the back.
Well, she was focused.
She was focused, yeah. It was Motley Crue and Kiss. I'll never forget it.
Fall is here. The air's crisp. The coffee's pumpkined. And your ride? Well, it's still squeaking like a haunted house. Time to drive into fall at Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Route 96 in Victor, where they've got deals hotter than your neighbor's bonfire. Right now, you can lease a new 2025 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 for just $269 a month for 24 months. That's right. Get into something safe, stylish, and way more reliable than your cousin's "trust me, it'll make it" car. Or maybe you're the adventurous type. How about the 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S 4x4? Lease it for just $319 a month for 36 months. Perfect for leaf peeping, apple picking, or making an epic grocery store entrance. Need something with muscle? Grab the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4, just $299 a month for 42 months, because hauling, towing, and looking awesome are kind of what it does. All leases come with first payment, DMV taxes and fees due at signing, $2,500 cash or trade, and lease loyalty required. Miles vary, so don't drive to like Alaska. So whether you're conquering trails, jobs, or the school drop-off lane, Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram's Drive Into Fall event has your perfect ride. See them today on Route 96 in Victor, or hit them up online at victorcdjr.com. Because this fall, the only thing you should be falling for is a brand new ride. Hello, my friends. Let's be honest. 2025 has been a lot. Between the news, the group chats, the price of coffee. I mean, most of us are running on caffeine and chaos. That's why it's time to hit pause and align your energy. My friend, an absolute powerhouse of peace, healer Sheila Tillich, is here to help you shake off the stress, balance your vibes, and unlock your highest potential. I'm talking real healing here, not light a candle and hope for the best energy. Sheila works on a cellular level, releasing those old energetic imprints stored deep in your DNA. The ones that pop up every time your in-laws visit. And listen, with the new year right around the corner, this is the perfect gift. Help someone deal with the issues in their tissues and start 2026 on the right foot. Plus, you can meet Sheila in person at the Let's Rock Market, Sunday, October 26th at Eaglevale from 10 to 4 p.m. Swing by, say hi, and maybe let her tune up your energy while you're at it. So go to SheilaTillich.com. Check out our holiday specials, see all the offers, and get ready to glow from the inside out. Because let's face it, peace looks good on you. Sheila Tillich, helping you heal one good vibe at a time. All right, Dougie, talk about this, because I didn't realize you worked pools. You did masonry.
Yeah.
Then we know all the other stuff you did. You were a wrestler. I think on a scholarship? Was I wrong?
Yeah, small scholarship.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not an easy thing to get. But you've had a pretty non-traditional path in life.
Yeah.
But here
I am.
Yes.
Putting one step in front of the other.
Yes.
One foot in front of the other.
Fucking yes.
Yeah.
Not married, not retired. Right?
Yep.
I mean,
no kids.
Not in one career, but making it all work.
Making it all work. Doing something with my life. I like knowing that.
What's important? It's a satisfaction thing.
It is.
You have a purpose.
Yes, a purpose, a goal.
Yes.
Something I want to achieve.
Right.
And like over the years of the breast cancer fundraising, how far is this going to go? I guess a few years ago I started thinking about 20 years, I think.
And then you're going to be done?
Yeah. 20 years is a good
How
run.
come you never went and tried to look at, was there a job at the Breast Cancer Coalition that you could have done?
I think I like the freedom of having the time to do what I want. And
I'll tell you this, I don't know that you've ever really had a boss in a sense. You do, but your bartending, that's really you.
Well, my bosses spoke to me a few times.
Okay, but probably to like point out errors or how we do things, but you learn along the way. Like I think you could run your own place if you
have
wanted.
To be married to it. You do.
Yeah,
I've thought about it.
Yeah,
but at my age, I mean, you really have to be there 24/7 in a bar. You have to have trusting employees, and you have to do everything from cook to write the checks to clean the toilet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you don't, those are the bars that don't make it. Or
what is think about your own life. Like, what's something you think you have pulled off or could pull off in your 50s that you couldn't necessarily do in your 20s or 30s? Is there anything like wisdom comes?
Well, I
with
think I
age
could make
and
another
experience.
movie if I wanted.
Yeah.
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 I'm thinking of having another showing of Night of the Cat.
Yeah. I think it's a great
running out the Eastman House again. And
Is that what you did?
Yeah, for my premiere. I think it was $500. Everybody got dressed up. It was really cool. Now, 20 years later, and having a little more clout and having my name out there in the public,
Yeah.
with the things I do, could get people there and maybe donate some of it to the sell tickets to donate some to the coalition, or just keep it myself.
Yes, keep it yourself. You do enough.
Right.
Sounds terrible.
Right.
You do enough for that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to do something for you. Whatever you would decide, I'm sure it would be the right answer to that. But that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I mean, I think about the comedy, but I'm not going to move to New York City and try to hit all the clubs and find a job there and go every night. And I guess I could, but now I have a house, so to pay for an apartment. And apartments are ridiculous.
No, in New York City? Can't
Even
imagine.
more,
My kid rents a room for like $1,200 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Rents just a room.
Yeah.
Right.
Shared kitchen, shared bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy was looking
And that's not in Manhattan. That's
Right.
in Staten Island.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Where I went to school.
Yes.
With Wagner College.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy was looking at a 300 square foot apartment, or maybe it was a condo, $425,000, 300 square feet.
Mm.
It's like this and next door.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy money.
Right.
I
But
couldn't believe it.
the other thing is, if you hold on to it, who knows what you could sell it for if you're putting $425,000.
He said it had like 7 layers of paint on it.
Oh,
you have
fuck.
to redo it all yourself.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this. So he's trying to get a work schedule, a couple days there a week, flying in and out of Rochester for work and trying to make it work. I don't think he's found any place yet. I said, what you need is Dougie Fresh. I go, buy an RV for $85,000, drop you off at work. I'll drive around, pick you up in the day, we'll go park this somewhere. Problem solved.
What did he say?
He says, that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
It's an interesting thought, though.
It's a great interesting. It's a really interesting thought.
Because I can go park it anyway and just wait for it. You can't park anywhere in New York City without it being
A nightmare?
$50 to $100 a day.
Yeah.
But long run, it's still cheaper than renting
An apartment.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But traffic is horrid. I haven't been there it was right before COVID. What was that? 14? No. 9 years of COVID? 17?
Yeah.
I took the train down there, saw Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
But
You haven't been down to New York since then?
yeah.
Oh. I think I'm going over Thanksgiving, and I think I'm going to do the parade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. Hopefully it's good weather.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, it'll be easy.
Yeah. Because they bus you in.
Yeah. I got stuff.
Yeah, they got stuff. They'll make it work.
I get it. If you could go back, Doug,
Go back in time?
to 25-year-old Dougie Fresh. 25-year-old Dougie
Just
Fresh.
25 or any time?
25.
25.
25-year-old Dougie Fresh. What was 25-year-old Dougie Fresh doing?
25. I think I was working downtown at a company, and I was working in the mailroom
Okay.
for a friend of mine.
Would you warn him or hype him up?
Warn him or hype him up?
Your 25-year-old self. Would you warn him or hype him up? Because I'm thinking if I could go back, I would hype up my 25-year-old self. I would go, you're going to have unbelievable opportunities. Stay focused, stay open to them, and
I would say
fucking great.
Get out of this job and whatever it takes, probably DJ, construction, buy a house.
Yeah.
So at 50, the house is paid off.
Yeah.
Move to California earlier.
Move to California
Yeah.
earlier.
Take a chance in life. Even if you got to run up all your credit cards and everything, go do it.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's actually not a bad idea. You'd like to not run up the credit cards if you could,
Right.
but the point being, you had a dream, and you're
Take your chance earlier in
yes,
life.
yes,
You know, if there's something
absolutely,
you want to do.
100%.
Yeah.
Look, I will never regret wanting to be on the radio and having the long radio thing I had that led to this, that has led, it's because of the podcast that I'm back in school.
Mm-hmm.
That was a day decision, a one-day decision with a guy who I met through the podcast, that I've become friendly with, that runs the program, that goes, hey, we had somebody back out. and they can't, and we can rush your interviews. We can get you with people this weekend, and that was it.
So you're going to get your doctorate?
No, master's.
No, master's.
Yeah.
So will you be a psychiatrist, or you just listen to people? No,
just listen. And you can diagnose. You can't write scripts.
Right.
Now, if I go on from there, I don't know.
Now, what do you put on your flyer? The entertainment purpose only? I'm not a doctor. Just somebody to listen to?
No, you just put it out there as you're a counselor, licensed mental health counselor.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that way you could get hired at schools to be a school counselor.
Or people just want to call you. You set up a time. You have an hour during the day and set your price. And,
and away you go.
Mr. Phelps, come on down. Would you mind laying face down on the couch? Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, this would be more person-centered, Doug. This would be more we sit and we talk. We're face-to-face.
Right.
And we just kind of let
and you give your info and your opinion on what you think.
Nope.
You just listen?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I can do that.
I would just try to.
I do that. I would Uber.
Yes.
Bartender.
I would just try to
I'd
help
be so
you
good at this.
find your way out.
Right.
Talk less, listen more. Talk less, listen more. You do all that stuff.
The one on the right is awesome. There you go. Look at that.
There you go.
I think that jacket's from 1976, but a vintage like her, I'd bang her. Why not?
Of course you would.
Of course I would.
Of course you would.
You want to go take her to the drive-in and see clothes for the winter?
So stupid. So stupid.
That was an old jacket. She does not throw anything out.
I didn't see the jacket. I didn't see it. I saw the woman with the colorful hair, and I thought I recognized her.
Oh.
So that's why I waved, but I didn't see the jacket.
Okay.
Oh, I missed the jacket. Now I'm disappointed.
Auburn orange. It was such a
what they could have done,
burnt orange.
It may be like an old jacket, could be some family member. There's a tailor down the street. This is the only thing.
Yeah.
Tailor cleaners. Let me ask you about, do you feel like you reinvented yourself? Because I know that a lot of times, and I don't know, maybe you have or you haven't, but I am seeing sort of a shift, and I think something that wasn't around when we were growing up as much. People working, just continue working, right, forever and ever. And like my parents were teachers, and they retired after so many years. Friends of mine who went into education, we'll talk about, they're going to be retired in like a.
I have two friends that graduated high school with 88. They both retired last year.
Yeah. And
I will never retire. I will never be able to retire.
I don't want to retire.
Neither do I. I'd have to do something. I kind of the, I'll wait for what happens. A friend of mine told me years ago, if you
go make it happen,
you got to go make it happen.
Make it happen, man. You got it. I love the idea. What would be think about, like, you got the children's book. Maybe you make a movie based on the children's book.
No, I have 2 other movies already written.
Yeah.
I'm the ugly booty call.
You are.
When you get it, you get
100%.
it. Absolutely.
But man, did we ram it in today, huh? Did we get it done, baby? Woo! Dougie. We did. We got it in. It feel good?
It feels great, buddy.
Yeah.
Woo!
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much for having me.
That was a Viagra.
Good to be back.
It was a Viagra pill.
Adderall. Your new sponsor.
I shouldn't probably talk about it as much as I have on all those episodes lately. Nah, no, not at all. Oh boy, wouldn't I be in trouble then? I worry that I'm endorsing something that may not be great for everybody. That's the thing, but it did work for me. For Dougie Fresh,
woo, back in the house, baby.
The booty call. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.
Since I left California, baby, things have gotten worse. Seems a land of opportunity for me is just a curse. Tell that judge in Bakersfield my title has to wait. Down here they're looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates.